Hello friends, it's July 27th, 2021, and I'm here to show you something I learned about propagating bougainvilleas. Now, I saw this done before and I thought I'd give it a try. I've tried propagating bougainvilleas from largely softwood cuttings, and the trick is to keep them, humidified, and I just haven't learn the discipline to keep up with it on a daily basis. Anyhow, this hardwood method works for me. This is the month-end result of wrapping. Here, I'll show you real quick. This is just an example. This is a crepe myrtle branch. The person I learned this from said this method only works on bougainvilleas. So this is just for demonstration purposes only, using a crepe myrtle branch, but I was advised it'll only work with bougainvilleas. But here you go. So you make a cut in a branch like so, and you get a twig, wedge it in there. Now it comes time for a dough ball. So the dough ball is comprised of, what I used was a quarter of potting soil, quarter of humus, quarter of cocoa coir, and then I had to use just some dirt out of the garden. I just dug down in there because the three that I previously mentioned didn't stick together. This is that mixture right here, but it didn't really hold, so I just had to use as a binder, grab about this much of those three equal part mixes. So I said a quarter in the beginning, but I guess you could do 1/3 potting mix, 1/3 cocoa coir, and 1/3 hummus. And this is, consistency that you can come up with. Now, to get the dough-like consistency, this is Houston, Texas, so it's all clay. So this is clay mostly. Mixed it in there, put some more clay on there just so that it forms that dough ball. But once you get that nice little healthy dough ball going, break it in half, sandwich that dough ball right there, and then I just got a used Ziploc bag, cut a large rectangle in there, wrapped it around, secured it, and then tied it off like a little piece of candy. And there you have it. Now, see that right there? That's a root. And then you can come over here. Let me see if I can focus in on it. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but there's another root at the tip of my finger, and then another one. And this is after a month, and the whole time the leaves stayed pretty green. Something got to it, along with a couple of others in the yard. But nonetheless, this is a healthy specimen. You got new growth there, it's happy. New growth, it's happy, Just kept on watering it. And the source that I got it from said that this is 100% sure. The trick is, for me, has been finding, a big enough branch to split. As you can see, I had to split this one pretty close by, you know, the origination point. But I did that knowingly because I wanted a really tall plant. You know, I probably could have did it right here halfway through and kept some space on there. I'm sorry for the moving around. But yeah, now I got like a 5.5 foot specimen to start out with. And what I'll do is I'm gonna clip it right here. I can go ahead and do that now. This is the container I have ready to go for it. And this is my little stake stick, so I can tie it off. To keep these Bougainvilleas upright, you know. Some of them I have growing upright, like this one, and it's supported. And then others, I'm just trying to let do their thing for different style bonsais. And underneath the canopy, this one's kind of growing sideways. This one's all wild. But anyhow, this one's gonna be staked. I'm gonna want to use this one that I'm gonna plant right now. I am gonna use it as graphing stock. So that's it. Now I have to use 2 hands for this next process, but it's untying this. Now the whole time, I don't know if you can see the little moistures on the outside of the plastic, but it's remained moist this entire time. I would be worried if it didn't keep if there wasn't some humidity in there from time to time. But it's been good. Nonetheless, this is going to get planted just as is, no trimming, no nothing. Well, I'm going to trim off this probably. And these dead leaves, just so that are dying leaves, I should say. Those aren't doing it any good. Wasting its energy in those. And then before I plant this, I'm going to put some food in there. And then I'm going to end up watering it with Epsom salt, like 2 tablespoons. But this stuff is good for Bougainvilleas. So there you go. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll address them.